A millionaire hired a humble cleaner to clean his mansion. But one day, he came back early and was horrified when he saw what she had done to his 5-year-old son. When Daniel Whitaker, a tech millionaire known more for his money than his warmth, hired Maria, a soft-spoken immigrant cleaner from El Salvador, to tidy up his sprawling Los Angeles mansion, he barely gave her a glance. To him, she was just another line item in a long list of services. Her job was simple: clean while he was at work and leave before he returned. But one rainy Tuesday, a cancelled meeting brought Daniel home earlier than usual, and what he saw made his heart nearly stop. His 5-year-old son, Jacob, who hadn't spoken a word in over a year since his mother died, was sitting in the middle of the living room floor, laughing. Not just a giggle, but a full, belly-shaking laugh. Across from him was Maria, wearing a silly paper crown made of napkins, holding a wooden spoon like a scepter, and speaking in a playful accent, pretending to be a queen from a faraway land. The mansion was a mess, pillows strewn everywhere, crayons covering the marble floor, and a blanket fort towering between two leather couches. For a moment, Daniel was frozen, not in anger, but in disbelief. His silent, grieving son was smiling. Maria jumped up, startled. "I'm so sorry, Mr. Whitaker. He asked me to play, and I..." But Daniel raised his hand. "He asked you?" Tears welled up in her eyes. He whispered, "Will you be my friend?" she said softly. It was the first thing he said in all the months I've been here. I didn't have the heart to say no. Daniel sank to his knees, facing his son. "Jacob, you talked." Jacob nodded, then ran into his father's arms. Daniel held him tight, emotions cracking open after months of helplessness. That night, instead of retreating to his office, Daniel joined them in the blanket fort. He listened as Maria told fairy tales in her whimsical voice, watched Jacob come alive with color and joy, and for the first time in a long while, felt something stir in his own chest: hope. The next morning, Daniel didn't go to work. Instead, he made Maria a proposal, not as a cleaner, but as Jacob's full-time caregiver and emotional guide. He offered to double her pay, sponsor her citizenship, and fund the education she'd once abandoned to support her family. She wept, overwhelmed. "I just wanted to help," she whispered. "You did more than help," Daniel said. "You healed what I thought was broken forever." Years later, Jacob would speak of Maria not as the woman who cleaned their house, but as the woman who cleaned the dust off their hearts. And Daniel? He no longer saw wealth in stocks or square footage, but in laughter, in healing, and in the quiet acts of kindness that change lives. Because sometimes, the smallest gestures in the most unexpected places create the most lasting miracles. And all it takes is one humble heart.